Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to start about the organic chemistry of our levels part 1. It is our first lesson about the organic chemistry. Today we are going to discuss about, first of all, what is organic chemistry. For the convenience and to restrain from the length of the video, I have arranged data already on the screen, so we will just discuss about them. The branch of chemistry. What is organic chemistry? Organic chemistry is the branch of chemistry that deals with the study of compounds of carbon, hydrogen, and their derivatives. Many of the time you have been listened about what is organic chemistry, as it is this earlier stage of organic chemistry, so it is required to introduce it once more. Branch of chemistry that deals with the study of compounds of carbon and hydrogen and their derivatives. What are the compound of carbon? Which are alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, benzene, and other derivatives which include halogen group with them, or OH group, or COOH group, the main chain as derivatives. So next is, what are hydrocarbons? Compounds of carbon and hydrogen only are called hydrocarbons. Compound of carbons and hydrogen only, which include, as I have told, alkane, alkene, alkyne, benzene. These are purely made up of carbon and hydrogen atoms only. Alkanes are the simplest hydrocarbon with no functional group, as all the carbon are satisfied with carbon-carbon valencies and hydrogen valencies. Okay. Now the next thing which is being discussed there about is functional group. What is functional group? Functional group definition, you must be aware of it. Functional group is an atom or a group of atom that is responsible for the characteristic reactions of a particular compound. Let's suppose we have discussed the functional group in our GC or IGCSE course. So functional group are the derivatives of the hydrocarbon in which one hydrogen is replaced with some other functional group, which include amine group or halo group or aldehyde group or keto group, carboxylic acid group. There are a lot of functional groups which can be discussed. As the functional group changes, the characteristics of the compound or the properties of the compound, which may be physical or chemical properties of the compound, also change. Formula of the organic compound. When functional group is attached in the compound, organic compound can be classified into different classes. Let's suppose if functional group is halogen, then class will be called as alkyl halide. If functional group is double bond, then the class will be called as alkene. If functional group is as triple bond, then class will be called as alkyne. Similarly, if there is a benzene ring, then it will be called as aromatic hydrocarbons. So, on the basis of these functional group and the classifications, functional formula of the organic compound can also be classified into different forms, like general formula of a compound that represents the homologous series of the compound. What is general formula? General formula represents the homologous series of the compound. Here it is shown for the alkane. If we are having compound C2H6, it means its general formula is CnH2n plus 2. If we consider n is equal to 2, this n is equal to 2, then this will be formed into ethane. Structural formula. What is structural formula? Structural formula is actually that shows how the atoms are bonded to each other, each carbon atom in a molecule. So we say this ethane can be written as C. This is the structural formula of ethane. Rest of the carbon valencies are satisfied by hydrogen atoms. This is structural formula. Displayed formula in a 2D representation of an organic molecule. Let's suppose ethane is represented as like this CH3, CH3. This is displayed formula. Their symbol and their bonds by single or double or triple bond. What is displayed formula? 2D representation of organic molecule showing all its atoms by their symbols and their bonds by single or double triple bond. Then we come to the skeletal formula. Skeletal formula for ethane is like for propane, we can say 1, 2, 3. This is a carbon atom, this is also a carbon atom, and this is a carbon atom. This type of representation of molecule, organic molecule is called skeletal formula. Now, what is empirical formula and molecular formula? We can say that molecular formula is the formula that represents the actual number of atoms present in the compound. What is molecular formula? Molecular formula of the compound is that formula which represents the actual number of atoms. Let's suppose, as we are discussing about ethane, so C2H6. This is its molecular formula. And what is empirical formula? That gives the simplest whole number ratio. Divide it to 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6. It means its empirical formula would be CH3. This is molecular formula. This is empirical formula. These are not new things to you, as you have already studied about them in your previous classes. So, what type of organic formulas are there? General formula that gives the homologous series of the compound. Okay. And what is next is structural formula. Structural formula shows that how the atoms are bonded to each other. Okay. Displayed formula is a 2D representation of an atom. What is displayed formula? 2D representation of an atom with all the carbon and hydrogen. Skeletal formula. What is skeletal formula? It is a simplified displayed formula with all the carbon and hydrogen atom bonds, hydrogen bond removed, then like this, like this structure. And molecular formula that represents the actual number of atoms present in the compound, which will show what atoms and how many number of atoms for a single atom, single type of atom are present in. Give molecular formula. Now the empirical formula, which give the simplest whole number ratio of the atoms in a molecule. These can be seen here. Name of functional group. What is functional group? As we have discussed, alkane have no functional group. So this is the functional group of alkene. In halogen, X or H is replaced by any halogen atom, which is represented by X in general formula. Next class is alcohol. In alcohol, one of the alkane hydrogen is replaced by OH group minimum. At least one of the hydrogen is replaced by OH group in this class. So next our functional group is aldehyde. Aldehyde functional group. This functional group is when one of the hydrogen of the alkane chain or hydrocarbon chain is replaced by carbonyl group, then it will be called as aldehyde. Or when this functional group is present, then it will be called as ketone. Okay. Carboxyl group. Carboxyl group is this functional group is called carboxyl functional group. When one hydrogen is replaced by carboxyl functional group, the class will be called as carboxylic acids. Esters. This is called the class of ester. Amine NH2 is replaced. CN is replaced for cyanide. NH2 is replaced for amines or cyanides or nitriles. Now, our next topic is nomenclature of organic compounds. Specifically, we are discussing this topic about hydrocarbons. Actually, what is nomenclature? Nomenclature giving the systematic name to an organic molecule or organic compound. For giving organic compound a specific name, first of all, we have to select the longest chain in one molecule of the compound. Okay, what is our first step? Our first step is to select the longest continuous chain, in the compound. Let's suppose we are having a compound like this. Number one, and this is a compound CH3, CH3, 2, CH2, CH2CH3. This is the longest chain of the hydrocarbon. Okay. If there are any side chains or functional group present, then the position of these groups are indicated by numbering the carbon atom. Let's suppose I am replacing the atom one hydrogen is replaced by any other carbon atom, that is methyl group. What in this point it is being said that if any side chain, this is the side chain. Okay. Now what will we do this? We will number this side chain to locate on the position in the chain. But numbering can be done in two ways: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It means at the longest chain, any side chain is represented on the minimum number, not on the maximum number. So this type of numbering is not suitable for this compound. Okay. When this compound, what is this? Now what we have to do? Name this side chain. What this side chain is? Methyl, as it is the derivative of methane, so it will be called as methyl. But what position of this methyl is? 2-methyl. At the end we will put the stem name of the longest chain. What is this? 2-methyl pentane. As the chain contains 5 carbon atoms, so it will be called as 2-methyl pentane. This will be the name of the compound. Then hydrocarbon side chain is shown in brackets in the structural formula. For example, this compound can be represented as like this. Hydrocarbon side chain can be placed in brackets like this: CH3, CH3, okay, CH2, CH2, CH3. This side chain, which is in bracket, is actually side chain of this carbon, yeah, at this carbon or at this carbon. Okay. Side chain can be shown as like this in brackets. As I said, this side chain can be renamed as the basis of on the basis of its alkyl group. If it is the derivative of methane, when methane's one hydrogen is removed, it converts into methyl. If ethane one hydrogen is removed, then it will be called as C2H5 ethyl. Okay. Now next situation is this: if a compound is like that, which contain more than one side chain or more than one type of side chains. If the compound is like this, I am doing here CH3C, then what will be the name of this compound? We have to select the longest chain, that is simply represented as this 4 carbon long chain is present in this molecule. Numbering can be started from anywhere as all the side chains are at equal position from both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. When two branches are present at the same carbon, we will use the position of that carbon twice, like that. 2, 2. Number is separated by comma from the number, and similarly for 3, 3. We use, if similar alkyl group are present, two similar alkyl group are present, we will use bi. If three similar alkyl group are present, we will use tri. Similarly, if there are four similar alkyl group are present, we will use tetra. So tetra, what is tetra? Tetramethyl, as all the branches are methyl, and how chain is butane. Tetramethyl butane. This will be the systematic name of this compound. Okay. If there are more than one side chain, then more than one side chain, let's suppose we are CH3, CH, CH, now think about it. What will happen to the name of this hydrocarbon? First of all, we have to select the longest chain. This is there any other possibility to for the longest chain? No. Let's suppose we have to mark the longest chain from this side as contain Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After the finalizing longest chain, we can easily say that this compound will be a pentane. But now what we have to decide is about the side chains. This time both the side chains are different. This is methyl side chain and this is ethyl. Now, what is the question? What will we do? Methyl or ethyl side chain will be arranged on the basis of their alphabetical order. Ethyl is first and methyl is last in this side chain mechanism selection. We will say 3-ethyl, 3-ethyl, 2-methyl, what? Pentane. Okay. This is the story of the nomenclature. For different functional group, hydrocarbon derivative are formed, and these hydrocarbon derivatives are arranged on the basis of, for example, when an alkene is present, the name is ended at ethene. Similarly, if a halogen atom is present, we add halo at the parent chain. Let's suppose this is methyl. When methyl is attached with chlorine atom, this will be called as chloromethane. Chloromethane. When an atom of hydrogen is replaced by OH group, then the compound, let's suppose methane, will be called as methanol. What is methanol? For aldehyde, name is represented as the name of ethane as Al at ending. Ethanol for ketone, ONE is added at the end. For oxalic acids, OIC acid, oic acid is added at the end of the name. For example, it contains 2 carbon, then it will be called as ethanoic acid from ethane. If it contains 3 carbon, it will be called as propanoic acid as the derivative of propane. Esters, alkyl weight. Let's suppose this is the functional group of esters. Esters. This functional group. This is an alkyl group and this is also an alkyl group. Propyl ethanoate. Ethanoic acid and alcohol. When these two functional groups condense, they form and ester, propyl ethanoate. It means ethanoic acid and propanol was condensed. Hydrogen dehydration occur as the removal of hydrogen and OH. Amine NH2 group will contain amine at the end. C nitrogen group will contain at nitrile at the end. CN, this will name as ethane nitrile. Okay, this can be easily overcome by the practice. No, I have done two examples as a question for you. What would be the name of this and this compound? You have to write the names of the following compound. Let us see the structure. What, how many carbons are there? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 carbons are there. If we are going to number this chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, it means from both sides chlorine will get 3 position. So the name of this compound can be written as 3-chloropentane. Okay. What will be the name of this compound? As it is in condensed form, so I am first of all writing this compound as in its open form. Okay. We are going to rearrange this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From both sides the numbering will be same. So we are going to name this compound as 2, 2, 4, 4 tetra methyl pentane. Okay, this is our second. Now come to this question. Draw the structures of the following. 3-ethyl pentane. For answering this type of question, we first draw this stem of the chain. What is the stem of the chain? Pentane. It means this chain or longest chain is mainly of 5 carbons. Okay, and 3-ethyl. Ethyl is at 3 positions. CH2, CH3. Rest of the carbon valencies are satisfied by hydrogen. This is 3-methyl pentane. Now, what is this? 2, 2, 3, 4, tetramethyl pentane. We can do this at pentane C C C as the parent chain consists of 5 carbons, so we have arranged 5 carbon like this. We are starting from this side, 2 dimethyl, 1 is at 3 and 1 is at 4. Rest of the valencies are satisfied by hydrogen atoms. Okay. This will be the compound 2,2,3,4 tetramethyl pentane. I am done with at this stage, so we will meet in next video. Thank you for being with me.